People on campus used to say that Zara and Sara walked like shadows that followed each other. If you saw one, the other was never far behind. They dressed alike without planning it, laughed at the same jokes, and defended each other with a loyalty that felt deeper than ordinary friendship. Many students believed they were sisters by blood, not knowing they had met by chance. Zara Adeyemi came from a wealthy Lagos family where discipline and quiet strength were valued. Her father was a senior banker who believed that dignity spoke louder than words, and Zara had grown into a young woman who listened carefully before she spoke. She was gentle, observant, and carried herself with a calm confidence that made people trust her without effort. Sarah Balogun was raised in a home where success was loud and confidence was celebrated. Her parents were successful business owners, and Sarah had learned early that boldness could open doors faster than caution. She was expressive, outspoken, and naturally drew attention wherever she went. Where Zara was calm, Sarah was fire, and somehow the contrast made them fit perfectly together. They met during first-year registration at a private university in Ogun State. Zara was struggling with paperwork and looking visibly overwhelmed when Sarah laughed and made a joke about how confusing the whole process was. That single moment of shared frustration turned into a conversation, then lunch, then a friendship that grew faster than either of them expected. By the end of their first year, they were inseparable. They shared a hostel room, clothes, perfumes, secrets, and dreams. Zara studied banking and finance, while Sarah studied accounting, and they spent long nights studying together, encouraging each other, and imagining their future lives in Lagos. Other students came and went, but these two remained constant. People stopped calling them by their surnames. They simply referred to them as Zara and Sara. Zara was admired quietly on campus. She didn't chase attention, but attention found her. Lecturers respected her focus, and many students described her as the kind of woman who brought peace into a room. Sara noticed this and often teased Zara about being wife material. She protected her friend fiercely, encouraged her, and proudly stood by her side whenever anyone tried to take advantage of her gentle nature. When graduation came, Zara and Sara walked the stage together. Their families celebrated together. Pictures flooded social media with captions about sisterhood and lifelong friendship. After NYSC, both women returned to Lagos, where life began to move faster and responsibilities became real. Zara secured a banking job, while Sara landed a role at an accounting firm. They lived close to each other, went out together, and celebrated every milestone side by side. Nothing seemed capable of breaking their bond. One Friday night in Lekki, they went out to relax after a long work week. It was meant to be a simple night: music, food, laughter. That was when Mathew walked into their lives. He wasn't loud or flashy, but there was a quiet confidence about him that stood out. His attention settled on Zara almost immediately. He approached her respectfully, spoke gently, and asked for her number. Zara hesitated, unsure, but Sara laughed and encouraged her to take the chance. Zara and Mathew began seeing each other slowly. Their relationship wasn't rushed or dramatic. Mathew listened, remembered details, and showed up consistently. He planned thoughtful dates, gave small but meaningful gifts, and treated Zara with a care that made her feel safe. Zara found herself opening up in ways she never had before. She shared everything with Sara, every message, every date, every happy moment. Mathew gradually became part of their routine. He joined them for outings, birthdays, and casual hangouts. Sara welcomed him warmly, joking easily with him and making him feel comfortable. Zara felt proud that her best friend and her boyfriend got along so well. To her, it felt like the perfect balance, love and friendship existing in harmony. At the time, Zara didn't notice how often Sara and Mathew laughed together, or how natural their conversations felt. She didn't question the comfort between them, because trust had always come easily where Sara was concerned. In her mind, nothing could ever come between them. And that was how everything stood, perfect, balanced, and full of warmth, just before things began to change. Part 2 coming soon. Question for viewers. Have you ever had a friend like Sarah?